Hello, I'm Ms. Maguire from Slauson Middle School, the librarian at Slauson. In this screencast, I'm going to talk about the citation tool in the Gale databases. So first, some vocabulary. A citation is a quotation from or reference to a book, paper, or author, especially in a scholarly work. And the reason we want to make a citation in our work is to give credit where credit is due, and we're doing sound research. So sound research is building on a body of knowledge, and we want to know where that knowledge is coming from, where that information is coming from. So you want that citation to include all of these different elements. There's a very prescribed way that citations are made, and I'll show you when we create our citation from the citation tool. Now, again, I'm using Chrome as my browser. I access the Gale in context on the left-hand side within a Schoology course. And I'm going to choose my topic. So let's say my topic is environmentalism and fast fashion. Now notice here, I'm not going to cite an overview. That is just general information. I'm going to cite a source when I have an actual article. So it could be a newspaper article, magazine, radio interview, video. In this case, it's a newspaper article. The citation tool will work the same with all of them, including images. So first I'm going to show you on a newspaper article. All right. Before I create that citation, I want to point out sign in with Google. So when you're doing research in Gale, the Gale databases, it's a really good idea to sign in with Google. The first time you do it, so I've already signed in a number of times, so I have done this before. It's not asking me for permission. If you get a screen that is asking for permission to use your Google site, go ahead and allow that. That's fine. Okay, so I've signed in. You can see your name will appear there. All right, so here's the article. I'm going to click on Cite. And now there are two ways that I can cite my source. One, I can select this and copy, or Command C to copy it, or I can send it to my Google Drive. But first I'd like to point out, you'll notice that the default is MLA, that stands for Modern Language Association. We're not going to change that, we're going to use MLA format for this. And this is a very prescribed way of creating a citation. Scholarly work all the way through working on a PhD will use this same exact format. And again, that's building on a body of knowledge. So we could select this and copy and paste this citation into a sources used doc, for example here. Or what I can do is I can send that to my Google Drive. So when I click on Send to Drive, it sent this citation to my Google Drive. So if I go into my Google Drive at this point, what it has done is you'll see here there's a Gale in Context Opposing Viewpoints folder. So anytime I send information to my Google Drive, it will put it in this Gale in Context Opposing Viewpoints folder. So you'll notice too, I have a Gale in Context Middle School folder as well from using that database. So I sent and if you need to do a search, you can search right here. Just type in Gale Opposing Viewpoints and that will pop up. All right, so in that folder, I'll open that up, and here is my citation. I'm going to open up that doc. And that's a great way to keep your citations organized. There you go. So it's in perfect format there. I'd also like to point out that the same citation tool will work when you're using images and videos and photos. So you always want to make sure to cite your photos as well. So say I'm going to use one of these images from the database. And here's my image. I just click on that and I'll click on Cite. Here's the image and I'll click on Cite and I can do it the same way. All right. Another place you can find the citation is at the very bottom of the document. So it's really in two places. You can scroll down to the very bottom of the document or click on Cite.